Virgo, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are in Gemini season, just coming off of a full moon in Sagittarius. Definitely brought a lot of intensity with it. It hasn't been like the worst full moon ever. What we're seeing in the astrology is things being balanced. Even though there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of balance in the energies, meaning that when we're coming up against something, a situation, a person, we can really tap into the energy that we need to be and kind of steer clear of the things that might make us more reactionary, more volatile, whatever. Unfortunately, this Sagittarian energy is fire energy, so there was a little heat behind this full moon. But I'm seeing this as the astrology is really forcing us to move through, contend with the things that we have in front of us. We have to find solutions. Not that it means that we're patching everything up, but we really have to listen to our instincts around what is best, right? And part of that means we have to deal with what is in front of us. We can't just sweep it under the rug. We can't just pretend it's not there. Easier said than done, because the stuff that is coming up is a little tense, right? It's a little difficult. It's provoking a lot of wounding within us, and we're just trying to figure out ways to navigate everything accordingly. But that's why I like to start these readings off with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations you might be coming into, Virgo. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just looking for more of a rebalancing of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling good in who we are, grounded in self-aware, etc., that's really where we're manifesting our happiness, our abundance, our fulfillment, and we all totally deserve that, right? But we have to honor ourselves first, and I would love to help you, support you in whatever way possible, whatever your needs are around those things. So definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me, Virgo, is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Sorry. So no. Skipping ahead, Virgo, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Desire. Yeah, so, okay, so I am hearing this, right? And this is kind of what I was talking about in the astrology. Mars is tensely aspected to Uranus. So there's this value of like, as we're chasing after our desires, after we're going after what we want, really means that, like I said, we kind of have to deal with what is in front of us. We can't just like, sweep that aside, push it under the rug, whatever, sweep it under the rug, set it aside. Sorry, I'm jumbling words today, so forgive me in advance. We actually have to deal with it, you know, and it's making it hard because I feel like it's really kind of tricking us to believe that either we can't get what we want or it's going to end up in a way where we're going to be beholden to this thing that we don't even want to deal with, contend with, etc. But sometimes there's this value, or maybe all the time, there's this value of being able to kind of move through the lesson, be open-minded, open to understand, so that you don't necessarily attract or repeat that lesson, repeat that cycle. I feel like you're preparing yourself for something, and it does feel like it's directly in alignment with what you desire. I feel like you're kind of detaching is what I'm hearing. There's this value of you like slowly stepping back from something or someone, putting into practice. Like you're trying to get stronger in yourself, but you're also trying to disconnect from like whatever you're walking away from, whatever you're trying to close out. I think there is this part of you that just wants to turn a blind eye to it, or really wants to, just be like, okay, well, that was what it was, and now I'm going to do my own thing, etc. Like I keep saying, I hope it's coming through clearly, but this value of like, don't leave something with loose ends. That's what I'm getting at. Don't leave something with loose ends, because there is this piece of the puzzle, like as much as we can practice, refine, strengthen ourselves, believe in the magic of life, believe that certain things are possible. There's also the realistic component, the reality, which can sometimes be a rude awakening. Certain things might, it's just that idea, that value of like when we're connecting, we all have new desires. Our nature as humans, as conscious beings, is to grow and to evolve, right? To do better, to go after bigger and better things. Sometimes when we get that idea, that desire, that fantasy, we forget that there are certain steps that need to be taken, right? That natural order. Because if we don't take those steps, then this can be a really harsh reality to come to grips with, of what the truth of something actually is. I do think you're manifesting something. I feel like you're manifesting something that is quote unquote bigger, better for you. But there's something around this. Let's see, I'm going to clarify. Actually, before I get into that, I'm going to pull one on this test energy. Let's see. You have this test card in your blocked energy. I feel like in some ways maybe you're being tested. Or maybe you're not, or maybe you're trying to avoid the test. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense, Virgo. You're trying to avoid the test. And I feel like that can be a little bit of a slippery slope, right? I mean, I've reiterated this probably 20 times since the reading started, to just be mindful as you're getting stronger. I love that. I think it's powerful. And I think you're feeling that this week. Like you're feeling a little bit more that anything is possible. It does look like some boundaries are being set in your environment. You're in a space where you're content to wait to see how things unfold, what the next steps are going to be. There is a little bit of stress, right? There is a little bit of stress. I feel like maybe you had to make a decision that wasn't incredibly easy, but you made it. You made it because it felt like it was the right thing to do. It really did serve your interests, not good, bad, right, or wrong, right? Like we should be making choices that honor ourselves. But someone's like putting up some boundaries this week. Like, I don't know if this is someone you have been working with, that you've been collaborating with. Leo also got like community people around in heavy focus this week as well. Some of what we're learning is how to better work with people and situations, i.e. that Mars tensely aspected to Uranus that I was talking about. where like, you know, I think that partnership or working together is a universal principle that we have to learn. It doesn't matter whether we like the person or not. We're always going to come into people that we don't like. We're always going to be frustrated and annoyed. We're human beings, whatever. There's always credits and deficits, right? But my point being that we still have to learn how to work with people, or else we kind of end up isolating ourselves and making things a little bit trickier for ourselves than what they need to be. And this is basically saying, Virgo, to be mindful, right? Like there might be something that you feel like you finally have the courage to do, but it might not be the right time. It might not be right time, right place. Like maybe you need to sit on it a little bit more. Let's see how it all plays out. Because it's not saying don't go after this thing. If anything, Spirit's encouraging you to nurture it. And if anything, this is something that you feel really connected to, that you feel like will be beneficial in the long run. I'm going to pull one, balance this out for you. Okay, yeah, but something is kind of limiting you. There's a lot more stress than like maybe what you're even understanding. There's a lot of stress. And so this is basically saying that like, don't put more burden on yourself than what you need to, right? Like, I feel like this is that growth process, taking it step by step. If you get too ambitious, that could, you know, shoot yourself in the foot, so to speak. Not self-sabotage, but it does kind of have this energy of you not wanting to deal with things. Venus is tensely aspected to Pluto right now. So that basically means like if things don't like look nice and pretty and they're neat little packages, we can easily kind of either, you know, want to just avoid it, pretend it's not there, etc. Or, you know, whatever, just, well, I guess I already explained that. So there's this value of just making sure that we're not letting, there's something that you need right now that will help you in the long run, even if it is something that's like not your ideal in this moment. I feel like you're actually going to be, it does kind of look like, be smart. Be smart, Virgo. I'm sorry. Because if you're not, again, this is going to bite you in the butt. This is going to bite you in the butt. And maybe some of what you don't see is the places where you're being tested. Even if you are kind of testing someone else, sometimes like those things backfire, right? And again, not throwing shade in any sort of way, but making sure that you're really clear about like what you want your end goals, your end results to be, and then being really practical with how you're taking those steps. I feel like things are definitely changing and transitioning, and I feel like you're ready for this. I feel like you're actually embracing it, but there is a specific order, like there is natural order. As much as there is magic in the universe, there's also natural order that we have to pay attention to. Sometimes we just have to practice a little bit more, even if we feel like we already have gotten it down pat. Yeah, I gotta look up what that quote is from the Karate Kid. Every time I see the grasshopper card, that's exactly what I think of, you know, and it's just this value of like, you know, allowing yourself to strengthen a little bit more, even if you already feel like you're good or you have something down pat, etc. I feel like there's a little bit more solidarity that you need to bring to yourself before you kind of take this leap into the unknown. You're gonna feel way better off, right? And you are a sign of health, wellness, taking care of yourself, balance, etc. So make sure that you're giving yourself that this week. Really support yourself and putting pieces into play that will also help support you, even if it's not like ideal. Remember, some of this stuff is momentary or just for a short period of time. It doesn't mean it's forever, right? Because that Sagittarian full moon gives us the opportunity to kind of expand and evolve while we're maintaining whatever is going on for us present day, in the present moment. So I hope this reading helped, Virgo. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you, all you bring to the channel. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I'd love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I super appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.